Uh, Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Um, Here's the thing. Yesterday felt like a really, really, really long day for me. It did. In fact, I don't know why, but I became so incredibly flustered that the instant that it just hit me, I had a good cry. Not bad day. Not just a little bit on the overwhelming side. And if anything, today is going to be a little bit worse. But oh well, it is what it is. Good morning, happy Friday, everyone. Right, I just told you my low, so there you go. But my high is I got to talk with my mom and dad, so that was nice. And my act of kindness was I held the door for some people, which was also very nice. So, Millie Bobby Brown made a return to Hot Ones yesterday. I can't believe it's been like 4 years since she was last on Hot Ones, too. Like, here's the thing. In my experience, it's always been really cool to see someone return to take on the wings of death, but it never really occurs to me just how long it's been until either I look it up myself or Sean Evans brings it up on the episode. In 4 years, man. That's 2022. And a lot happened in that amount of time. But one thing that hadn't changed is the fact that Millie Bobby Brown had been through, she just completed Stranger Things. She was on Hot Ones promoting Enola Holmes 3. And even at one point she slayed dragons. Which, yeah. She's had a pretty solid career over the last couple of years. Let's start with the first question, which was, because by playing Enola Holmes, that character has to, dresses in disguise and has to therefore act differently, so how do you play a character who acts like herself, but also but when they wear a disguise, they act, differently or almost poorly in some way? Which is really interesting. You have to do different accents. Yeah, your mannerisms have to change. Obviously, you're in disguise, so your outfits are going to be different. Stuff like that. Actually, you know what? The fact that I said that Millie Bobby Brown has done a lot of the last couple of years, it begs the question, does she think she's an action star? And I really did like her answer. She acknowledged it, again, Stranger Things, Damsel, I guess the Enola Holmes movies and stuff like that. Yeah, those are pretty action heavy, but Millie Bobby Brown's idea of an action star, the first person that comes to mind is Tom Cruise, and rightfully so. On top of that, Millie has been, trying to delve into a little bit more, trying to delve away from action for a while, which makes sense. Audiences and environments will always evolve. So, as an actor or an actress, you need to be able to evolve as well. Do multiple things. If I was ever in movies, yeah, of course I like to do comedy, but I would also like to delve into other, genres. I wouldn't mind being a history drama or an action flick, or, you know what? Give me horror. I'll be in a horror movie, sure. She talked about the fact that she rescues animals and how there have been like unlikely friendships forged between the animals, or her and the animals. Specifically, how there was this one sheep who grew attached to her, and she's playing with the dogs, and she's playing fetch with the dogs. The sheep runs to go get the ball, and it just sits there in front of the ball because it doesn't know how to pick up the ball with its mouth. It's actually kind of adorable, I'm not gonna lie. She has a skincare brand, and Sean asked what does she recommend for guys to have. SPF and eye cream. I'm gonna think. I hear SPF and blocks UV rays, I suppose. She talked about spag bowl and HP sauce, as well as jacket potatoes with HP sauce. Spag bowl is how they say spaghetti bolognese, and a jacket potato has beans and cheese and other crazy stuff in there. Okay. She talked about how, again, when being in stuff like Stranger Things, terror comes to her pretty naturally. And I get it. Everybody's different. We handle emotions differently. And just, being scared, it just comes naturally to her. But what's funny is she has trouble naturally making herself laugh. Which, no pun intended, I found quite laughable. Okay, now, these next two wings. 8 Dragons and then the bomb. For 8 Dragons, they really didn't talk about much. Just the fact of how Millie Bobby Brown prepared to take on the bomb beyond insanity. And they also asked how fellow Hot Ones alum and Stranger Things co-star Winona Ryder handled the bomb. Listen, from what I've seen over my many years of watching Hot Ones, no matter how prepared you think you are, or no matter how ready you think you are, the bomb gets everybody. I could probably name on my one hand the people that have actually either enjoyed the bomb or were hardly fazed by it. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson was one. Jenna Ortega, of course. So, yeah. And keep in mind, what I just described, that's wing 7. Now we get to the actual Da Bomb beyond sanity. And for this one, okay, this is actually funny. So Sean Evans says that as well as raising and rescuing farm animals, she's also really big into marine biology. And so Sean was asking essentially marine life pop quiz. And there was a couple questions that she got right, a few questions that she got wrong. Like the fact that the sperm whale has the biggest brain among, I think, at least all mammal life, and I think in the world, weighing in about 18 pounds. Oh, another thing she got wrong is the fact that a blue whale's heart is the size of your average commercial vending machine. That was That was one she got wrong. But what was funny is, at the end of the pop quiz, Millie Bobby Brown was like, I can't help but think that, there's a lot of marine questions. And then Sean's like, it's a marine life pop quiz. And seriously, the bomb overtook her so much that she couldn't hear what the theme of the quiz was. That's actually quite funny. Okay, so last 2 weeks. Okay, so what makes Grease 2 better than the original? You know what? I personally have a confession to make. I've never seen Grease. Or Grease 2 for that matter. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of the first one, and the songs themselves have been all but spoiled for me. So there's no doubt that I mean, I know what Grease is about. New school year starts. The guy comes back from a summer in, like, Australia. He meets a girl, but that girl coincidentally moves back to where the guy is. But the guy has a different personality at home than he did during the summer. Okay. Yeah. And it launched the careers of both John Travolta and the late but always will be very great Olivia Newton-John. So, yeah, it's, I mean, you can't really talk about Grease without talking about, again, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Or perhaps Olivia Newton-John Travolta. But what makes, according to Millie Bobby Brown, what makes Grease 2 better than the original is the song Cool Rider, and specifically Michelle Pfeiffer's performance. I actually had no idea Michelle Pfeiffer was in it. And like, that was one of Millie's biggest inspirations for, like, her wanting to be able to do the things that she's doing. And that's really cool. She talked about how she made her husband watch the first and the second one. And he liked the first one better than the second one. And obviously Millie Bobby Brown thinks the second one is better, so, they had to balance each other out. That's cool. I mean, listen, literally in every couple, there's going to be something that they disagree on. That doesn't mean like they're going to break up or it's not going to last. No, it's just like, it's not like movie opinions, as crazy as it seems, I've seen stuff as trivial as movie opinions, ruin friendships between people. Of course, usually the people in question are a lot younger with a lot less life experience. But when you're an adult, there's a lot more important things to worry about than, what movie you like or what is it that you're into. That's fine. And so now we get to the last chapter Armageddon. And for this one, we actually had a special guest join Millie Bobby Brown. And it was Louis Partridge, who is Millie Bobby Brown's co-star in the Enola Holmes films. And I mean, there really is no way to say this without giving away spoilers, so I'll say it here. Apparently, Louis Partridge character and the Millie Bobby Brown character in Enola Holmes 3 are going to get married. And with every marriage, there's going to be what are known as most likely questions. So, like, literally, that was it. That was it. Like, most likely to be late because they packed too much, or most likely to forget the keys to the car, most likely to yell the loudest, stuff like that. Actually, it's a game that they play in some weddings too, and this is actually really great. So both the bride and the groom take off both their shoes, with each one giving at least one of the other shoe. So when the DJ asks like those questions, like they'll raise the shoe in correspondence to who's the one most likely to do something. It's actually a really funny game in some instances. So yeah, man. Second time Millie Bobby Brown took on the Wings of Death, and according to her, she says she did better than last time, and I have to agree. In the cold open, it shows how she was clearly already eating the bomb and how it was already getting worse. But, come on. That's the bomb. The bomb gets everybody. I've never had the bomb before, but I'm absolutely positive that if I was ever on Hot Ones, it would get me. So, there you go. Hope you like this video. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble. This video for you guys to watch the show today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, if you want to talk, chance for you to land the back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.